Welcome, fabulous foodies, to the grand opening of the Food Styling School. We are so glad you're here. Are you ready to party? We are going to be giving away some amazing prizes tonight with a combined value of $1,895 for those that stay for the entire party. We have a roasting pan from Sur La Table, valued at $159. We have a Penzeys Spice Collection, courtesy of Holly Kyle of HJK Global Solutions, valued at $40. A 3-month free membership to the Food Styling School, valued at $147. An Essentials Food Styling Kit from the Food Styling School, valued at $300. A 1-hour Savvy Strategy session with Raj Anderson. She helps creative entrepreneurs develop strategies to succeed in their businesses. That value is $500. You also may win a 30-minute one-on-one styling consultation with me, Jennifer Jans, valued at $375. An adorable vintage aqua dance pot donated by Shanna Shad of Pineapple and Coconut, valued at $75. Or an Amazon gift card donated by my mom, plus one lucky winner has already won our 6-month free membership giveaway, valued at $248.50. The winners will be announced 1 hour after the party ends via email, so stick with us. Hi, I am Jennifer Jans. A lot of you already know me. I am your food styling mentor. Tonight I'm going to give you a little bit of background about myself and how the Food Styling School came to be. I knew from the time I was a little girl I wanted to be an artist. I loved playing all sorts of art, painting, drawing, and playing in the kitchen. I love to create with my hands. In high school, I studied jewelry making, calligraphy, and ceramics. I went to college and studied fine art and photography. It was in 1984, while in art school, that I accidentally fell in love with cooking. I became a vegetarian and needed to learn how to cook. I grew up in a meat and potatoes family, so I had no idea what I was going to eat as a vegetarian. I was away at college, and I decided I needed to start investigating what foods were available that were not meat-based. So I started researching, looking at a lot of cookbooks, and exploring the culinary world. I read about different grains and vegetables I'd never heard about. I studied alternate forms of plant proteins and got very interested in nutrition. This time in my life was pivotal. I began a love affair with food. And while the vegetarian status did not stick, my love for food blossomed. And when you fall in love with cooking, well, it becomes part of you like art. And you can never learn enough or know enough. And I have been exploring food for the last 30 years, and I'm still fascinated by food. It is my love. Little did I know what significance it would have in my life. And I know a lot of you can relate to this. Once you are passionate and really deep into the love of food, it really never leaves you. I graduated college in 1985 with a degree in visual communications. My very first job out of college was in graphic design. After 2 years of working at a desk, I realized that typing on a keyboard did not fulfill my innate desire to create with my hands. So I quit. I decided to start a business as a freelance photo assistant in 1987. I soon realized that I had found the perfect career course. I learned all about commercial photo shoots, lighting, working with film, and even doing darkroom work. Photography seemed to have everything I desired in a career. It was very physically active, which I liked. I worked with my hands all day, and the end product was a piece of art. But it wasn't until 3 years into being a freelance photo assistant that I met a food stylist at a job I was hired to assist for. And in that moment, I knew I wanted to be a food stylist. At this point, I had never heard of a food stylist, so it was all new to me. While I watched her paint her turkey with browning sauce and use a torch to get some beautiful golden brown tones on the turkey, I knew in that moment that my life had just changed. The next few years of my life were hectic and frustrating. I was learning as much as I could about food styling before I actually started to try and get food styling work. In 1990, I started to learn how to food style on my own. It was super frustrating. There were not many places to learn this beautiful craft. This was an example of one of the early photos that I did at that time. I practiced food styling at home, copying recipes from cookbooks. I tried and failed and tried and failed and had some successes and some disasters. I spent 2 years trying to learn and practice on my own. It was endlessly frustrating without a mentor, someone I could learn from. 1993, I got married and finally decided, as I do with such great Jennifer Jan's sink or swim form, jump and look later. So I just went out on my own and started my career as a food stylist and started promoting myself as one. How many of you are trailblazers like me? Perhaps even a little naive? And always jump before you realize what you're getting yourself into. I was hired right away for a big project and was food styling once a month for an entire year for my first real client. Yet even though I was working with a professional photographer, I still felt like I hadn't learned enough to really make the food gorgeous. It was mediocre, it was passable, but not great. I began to get hired to do more food styling jobs, and I did fairly good, but secretly, I was fretting every job I went to because I knew there was so much more I needed to learn that would make the food look better. And I turned down jobs with difficult foods like ice cream, steam shots, melty cheese, frozen foods, all those things that you guys know are really difficult to style. Finally, in 1995, I got a huge opportunity that became a game changer for me. It was the catalyst for my successful career as a food stylist, and I was very lucky. I was offered 1 day a week freelance position from a magazine and cookbook publisher who had 11 magazines, and 3 of them had food features, 5 of them were strictly recipes and food photos. And this is where my stroke of luck came in. I was fortunate enough to be able to learn by observing 4 other food stylists and photographers. We had 4 food sets, 4 food photographers, 4 food stylists working every day, and I was able to learn hands-on from these experts. Now I needed to really learn how to cook practically everything. These were cooking magazines and cookbooks, and the recipes I received really were everything you can imagine. I needed to be able to follow a recipe precisely and make the food look gorgeous. Let's just say those first few years were a bit disastrous. I had to practice at home a lot before I went to the photo studio to remake the recipe and get it photographed by a seasoned food photographer. And I quickly learned that food styling was the perfect career for me. My daughter Alex was born in 1999 during the first 5 years of my food styling career, and it was super important to me that I have a career that allowed me to be with my daughter as much as possible. So I accepted only the work I wanted to make extra income for our family. And then the unfortunate happened. I got divorced, and I needed to make a choice for me and my 4-year-old daughter. Option 1 was to find a full-time job to support my daughter and I. Option 2 was to become top in my field, be in demand, and make my food styling business flourish. So I decided to take option 2 for the reason you see right here. I wanted not only to have a job which was flexible so I could be there for all my daughter's important events, but I wanted her to grow up with a mom who was passionate about her work, strong and independent. I needed to be that role model for my little girl. I worked very hard on becoming not only good, but one of the best in the food styling industry. I am not a halfway kind of girl. And those of you who know me know that that is true. I'm either all in or I am out. With little training in food styling and little formal training in cooking, it took me many, many years to learn these essentials to food styling. How to cook the food properly to be photographed, which foods needed to be undercooked to be photographed the best, how to look at food and predetermine the most photogenic side or angle before beginning to style it. I don't know how many of you have realized that all food has a more photogenic side or angle to it. How to set up the entire food shot, both props and food. How props can work to enhance the food. How the hero food needs the perfect plate, dish, or platform to be photographed on, or it won't look as good as it could in the final photo. How each type of food should be treated or stored before you even start to style it. So making sure that your food is really fresh looking, a lot of that depends on what you do before you start using it. Where the light is coming from and how it affects how you style the food. How to enhance a dark part of the photo with food only and not lights. How to strategically plate and present food so it accents all the positives and reduces all the negatives. I learned about all the special food styling tools that I needed and the cooking, plating, and styling techniques that worked best for every food imaginable. I worked at the publisher's studio for 12 years as a freelancer, and on year 9, I was the go-to person for many of the cookbook and magazine covers they produced. My work appeared on over 100 covers, and I styled literally thousands of foods, but it took many years of failures and practicing and watching experts do their amazing work for me to finally succeed. It was 2004 before I was at the top of my field, 14 years after I fell in love with food styling. As you can see, I chose to rise to the top of my field. I worked very hard at not only my craft, but at being dependable, having great follow-through, and being available to help my clients whenever they needed me. And I did it all for one reason, and that was my daughter. So she could have a mom who wasn't a quitter, who followed her passion and dreams, and that was strong and independent and made her way. And this brings me to why I'm here for you and why I created the Food Styling School. Because I knew that folks like you, entrepreneurs, trailblazers, jump in head first kind of people are out there needing mentoring just like I did. And because I am committed to ensuring that you don't have to spend another day succumbing to the top 8 industry mistakes I continue to see in the world of passionate foodies. Here's what I know for sure about those desiring to make it in our industry. The majority don't have a mentor to teach them to make their food look both beautiful and delicious, so they don't know how to seduce their audience. They invest tens of thousands of dollars in culinary training when what they really need is food styling training. They try to learn food styling by asking food stylists or researching tips and tricks online. The food styling field is highly competitive and secretive, and this, in my opinion, is a wasted effort. They don't have the knowledge of how to make their food last on the photo set, so their food falls apart or wilts before they have a chance to capture a good shot. They don't have the proper tools and equipment for making food look gorgeous and delicious. They are unaware of how to set up their workspaces and pre-plan their photo shoot in the most efficient way so that they spend many more hours styling one shot than is necessary. They use set props like dishes, surfaces, and linens in a way that detracts from the beauty of the food. And most importantly, they spend 80% of their time in their artistic passion around food and only 20% on the business and money-making aspects of their craft. And as a result, many struggle financially. Our main focus is making food look mouth-watering and delicious, but I know what really goes into having an amazingly successful business. And that is why we are here tonight, to change the dynamic of what is possible so that everybody wins. And welcome all you fabulous foodies to the Food Styling School. A dream come true that has been 25 years in the making. A full university packed with every bit of training and mentorship you have ever desired. Here are some of the mentors we are lining up at the school. So on our culinary and photography creative side, we have food stylists, cooking and baking experts, photographers, lighting experts, prop stylists, and chefs to teach us some of the basic culinary skills. On our business side for creative experts, we have business branding experts, social media experts, graphic designers, website designers, SEO people, Facebook ad wizards, and food advertisers and marketers. We love to see our students succeed and be at the top of their chosen field. Membership at the Food Styling School includes a 20% discount on all special add-on classes and workshops, ebooks, tools, and supplies at the Food Styling Store. This is valued at over $500. An affiliate partnership of 5% for referring other foodies who become members at the Food Styling School or purchase a workshop. This is valued at $750 or more, depending on how many foodies you can bring to the school. 14 lessons to get you started when the doors open, and over 100 tutorials by the end of 2016. Those lessons alone are valued at $4,700 or more. Monthly new content from our experts who will teach from their areas of expertise. I view that as a priceless opportunity. Participation in once-a-month live Ask an Expert Q&As with featured monthly guests, instructors in the fields of food styling, food photography, art and design, business branding, copywriting, social media, video, food company, and blog monetization. This value is $4,200. You'll also get an invitation to participate in the Food Styling Critique Facebook group if you are not already a member, and you will get preferential treatment on critiques of your food photos. This is priceless. One featured food photo per year on the Food Styling School bulletin board, valued at $500. Access to my highly coveted food stylist resource list, valued at $197. Consideration in the Dean's Top 100 list of fabulous foodies that are chosen and honored each year, valued at $1,000 or more. This gives you global exposure. Participation in our monthly food styling contest, where 3 top photos are chosen by our panel of experts and put on display in the Food Styling Critique Facebook group, as well as on our bulletin board and featured across all social media. This is valued at $2,000. A combined value of $13,847 plus. This is the value you get of becoming a member at the Food Styling School. The tuition for membership at the Food Styling School is $49 a month or $497 per year. If you do the yearly rate, that's a savings of $91. But hang on, as a grand opening special, we're offering this rate at $29 per month or $297 per year. That's a savings of $200 if you do the yearly rate. And this is good until February 29th of 2016. However, because you showed up tonight for our launch, we are offering a 24-hour charter member price with a special privilege that will never be offered again. We've added in some even sweeter bonuses for our charter members who enroll within the next 24 hours. You will be automatically considered for the Professional Food Styling School Mentoring Team. That has a value of $5,000. You have an extra 2% affiliate income on the people you refer as members for a total of 7%. That added value is $300 or more. Front of the line placement for speaking and presenting opportunities, both online and in-person events. That is valued at $5,000. You will have a feature consideration as our monthly Foodie in the Spotlight in the Food Styling School blog, as well as our Food Styling Critique Facebook group. This is valued at $5,000. Automatic position onto the Food Styling School Advisory Council, where you will get to vote on what content is created for the school, along with other faculty-only decisions. This value is priceless. Your school enrollment will renew at this exclusive rate every year when the year is prepaid in full on launch night. That's a lifetime rate, and no, I am not kidding, a savings of $300 per year. A combined bonus value of $29,447 or more. The total charter member enrollment value, $43,294. And if that wasn't enticing enough, because you are the fabulous Foodie Tribe and are here when the first bell rings tonight, our charter membership rate is only $197 per year forever. Here's all you have to do to enroll. Go to www.thefoodstylingschool.com/charter. I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation tonight. It was so great having you all here. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to email me at info@thefoodstylingschool.com. I'd be happy to answer any questions. And I hope that this gave you a lot of information about the school, what we have to look forward to, and just how special the charter membership is. You guys will be in on the ground floor at the beginning, so you will have a lot of say in what happens to the school throughout the years. I will be giving surveys to make sure that the content is what you are needing and desiring. You will have votes on what types of lessons are formed in the future, and you guys are really part of the Food Styling School family. So I welcome you, and I look forward to seeing you at the school.